Hey guys, how you doing? In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the JF-17 Thunder out against the American F-18C Hornet. I thought this would be an interesting fight to see because both of these aircraft have similar rate fighting capabilities with a slight advantage to the JF-17 Thunder in the rate fight, and both of these fighters excel in high AOA slow speed dogfighting with a slight advantage to the Hornet in the very slow AOA fight. And a key thing to note here is that we're going to be using a realistic combat loadout to simulate an accidental merge in a given situation. So the JF-17 will be carrying the Fox 3 SD-10s and the Hornet will be carrying the Fox 3 AIM-120 Charlie. Now when it comes to these Fox 3s, they shouldn't be looked at as dead weight in a dogfight. They can actually do some insane maneuvers to hit their targets. In some situations, they may even be more useful than the Fox 2s. Having Fox 3s in a fight also means the bandit you're fighting can't extend to leave the fight or regain energy, as getting too far away from you will allow you to launch on them. This forces the fight into very close quarters to attempt to jam the WEZ or weapon employment zone of the Fox 2s and also the Fox 3s. In today's modern world of dogfighting with these advanced weapons and high performance aircraft, no merge will last long. After the first merge, it'll be a quick and brutal fight to the death with only one victor. So let's go ahead and get started with the video. Alright guys, so we're in the JF-17 and we got 4 SD-10s and 2 PL-5s. The Hornet's got 4 AIM-120 Charlies and 2 AIM-9Ms. And so this is it's an interesting fight. I mean, like, he has the advantage of the slow speed AOA fight just a little bit. The Jeff is also pretty good at that, and I have the advantage of the rate fight. I think I rate circles a little bit better than the Hornet, so everyone has a slight advantage of their own, and it should get interesting based on who can force what kind of fight. There's the merge, and so we're keeping it one circle here, and that's just because we want to jam the WEZ here, because if we go 2 circle, then we're both going to get Fox 3 solutions on each other, and we'll both die. He gets a missile off way too close, no track on that one. I've gotten really slow here. Try to lock him up. Fox 3, that's gonna miss. Okay, and it seems like I'm being dragged into that low speed AOA fight against the Hornet that I don't really want to be a part of. So we're gonna have to try to figure out how to transition this into a more of a rate fight situation. And here we go. I think here we can actually start doing kind of like a downward spiral to the deck. That's where I want to be. Okay, so it looks like we're on our way to the deck. I'm just gonna try to make sure that the ground transition is done at least decently so that I can end up in a good position behind him. And he seems to actually be raiding me a little bit around this circle, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I'm starting to bring it around. There we go. So you see he's kind of dropped his nose a little bit, and that's giving me some angles, but he's also in a slightly better energy state than me. And just because he extended a little bit to get some energy back, he ever so slightly extended, and it's given me the angles that I need. Fox 3. Ooh. Oh, it sees him. Oh, dude, you see that thing turn? That's what I'm talking about. Like the SD-10s and the AIM-120 Charlies They can do some really, really tight, intense turns to hit their targets. So that last fight, in my opinion, took a little longer than it should have. We both did a decent job staying alive, and it may have been related to the fact that we both fired some bad missiles, and that kind of extended the fight a little bit. We weren't within the correct parameters, and this time I think it'll be a little different. We're both getting used to it. I'm really enjoying the Jeff. I think it's an awesome little plane, and I think this next fight's going to be over in a couple of seconds. Okay, there's the merge. Once again, one circle. Come on, lock him up. Come on. Oh, shit. So in that last round, you saw the AIM-120 just do absolutely like crazy turns. You saw a corkscrew. It almost reminds me of one of those old Call of Duty RPGs. And it's quite remarkable, you know, like that thing. I'm pretty sure the last AMRAAM, the one that just hit me in the face in the last round, I think it hit me sideways. So, you know, it says something about how much they can turn. Okay, here's the merge. Gonna try to whip the nose around. I think he's gonna try to do the same thing. Okay, now I gotta lock Fox 3 and I'm pulling up. And I somehow survived that. But he did not. Dude, I don't know, but I've been having a lot of fun in the Jeff. I didn't fly it for a long time there, but since I've come back to it, it's actually been super, super fun. And it's just got great performance. And the SD-10, you know, it's what really makes this aircraft special. That SD-10 can do some wild stuff. Fox 3. Oh, okay, he survived that. I was expecting to see a fireball come out the other side. Looks like we got to turn around and do it all over again. I would like to be closer to him, but it's just not really happening. We're not doing a good job of jamming the Wes here. Fox 3. Pull vertical. Got him again. Splash 1. Alright guys, so let's do a quick little TAC View review here. We'll do one round of me winning and one round of Master J winning. So we'll do 2 TAC Views in total. If you are using your TAC View and you don't see JF-17, it's because you need TAC View Beta, and they have the JF-17 model. If you're just using TAC View, it's going to come up as a triangle. Okay, so here's the merge. And let's just see our speeds here. What speeds did we merge at? So I came in at 473 and he came in at 427-ish. He actually came in probably a little slower than me. And you know, he's more correct to have done that. I think I merged a little bit too quickly, and I also dumped the nose, which if you're gonna merge quickly, you know, you could at least use some of the vertical to turn around. But I not only merged a little too fast, but then I dumped my nose, which gave me more speed. So mistake there for sure. Here's the merge, and you can see we're staying one circle. You know, we talk about the one circle thing because if I had gone 2 circle, so if I went this way, you see that the range between the two of us, when our nose comes around, my nose will come around here and his will come around here. This is far enough, the distance between here to here is far enough that a Fox 3 could easily hit the target. But you can see here, when our nose comes across, you can see it's a much smaller distance. So this is called jamming the webs. This is what you're attempting to do. You're trying to hug the guy really hard so that you're inside the minimum weapon employment zone and he can't shoot at you. So right here, looks like he fires an AIM-120C. That's obviously way too close. That happens sometimes. You don't notice the closure rates, you know. You squeeze one off. Happens all the time. And then we're kind of getting into this. I fire another one here. Or I fire one, I guess. That's the second Fox 3. And that one is also way too close. But it does do a nice little loop that I didn't know. And can you imagine if it came down and hit him in the face? Okay, so, you know, it tries. And so we end up in this little situation here. Luckily for me, I'm using the rudder to just, you know, fall the other way. I didn't want to fall in front of his nose. And you can see that we're in that low speed, kind of like AOA fight that the Hornet is going to be slightly superior in. The Jeff, I think he can rate a little bit faster, maybe a couple degrees a second, 1 or 2. So slight advantage there. Now here's the fight down to the deck, the downward spiral, and this is actually the spot where the Hornet loses the fight. It's right here, right there. You see that? You see how he leveled out his wings? Now let's just watch it here. It gives me the Fox 3 solution and dead. Okay, so let's talk about this. Right here, probably in an attempt to not hit the ground, he levels his wings just a little bit, comes out of the turn just enough that he actually extends the circle. So he ends up, you know, coming this way a little bit. Whereas if he had kept turning, he probably could have come out here, and that wouldn't have been enough for me to get a shot off. So he literally just extended ever so slightly there. You can see once again, let me find you a good angle. You see that? So that little thing put him here, whereas if he had continued the turn, he could have been here, right? And if he was here, I wouldn't have been able to pull my nose around and get a shot off. So that little thing that he does, you know, I realize that that's a good opportunity to get the solution. So I pull my nose around hard. I'm sacrificing any energy I had on the way down, this little nose dump that I did here to try to regain as much energy. I'm going to cash that in, and I'm actually going to pull the nose up in front of the Hornet a little bit. You see this? Almost like I'm pulling a gun lead. And all I'm doing is just trying to give this missile a little bit more lead so that it can hit him. And you can see it just comes off the rail and starts doing an insane turn. It leads him. It actually leads further in front of him than it needs to. You know, like look at that. And then it has to correct onto the target. So, splash 1. All right, let's do the next TAC View. Okay, so this next fight's going to be fairly quick, but it's got an interesting thing to note about the AIM-120. There's the merge, 460, and I'm 404. So I'm a little bit slower in this merge because I'm just trying to make this turn a little bit tighter. And notice how the Hornet is just pulling nose around real quick. He's still a little bit slower than me, and you can see his nose is a little bit more on target than mine. And then here he comes, so he has nose on right here, and I just want to look at this range here. Look at this, 3,600 feet. So that's very close, and that's a nose hot target. Okay, there's that Fox 3 at 2,900 feet. Okay, and look at it, boom. First of all, can we just appreciate that AMRAM? Like, that is dedication to hit your target, bro. Look at that thing. Holy shit. I was right, too. It hit me sideways. Guy, that is crazy. Oh my god. It like drifted into my face. But yeah, you can see that the minimum range of that AMRAM is at least 3,000 feet. Okay, it may even get a little closer. I don't think you can get much closer. I think this is probably like right around the cusp, but 3,000 feet is really close. So you can see how the AMRAM can actually be a really dangerous weapon in a merge. You know, like this perception that because you're carrying Fox 3s and they're not Fox 2s, therefore they're useless, it's just not right. You know, they can't pull, you know, around a circle like a 9X can pull, but like they're very capable of hitting targets very close to you. And honestly, in these BFM situations, they're a little bit more reliable than a Fox 2, because like you can't flare them off, you know? So something to consider the next time you merge with somebody. Alright guys, so that's going to be the video for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.